Have you followed the news on India's recent Supreme Court ruling on same-sex marriage? In this video, we'll be exploring the implications of this landmark decision and how it will shape the future of LGBTQ rights in India. Welcome to Simply Economics. Please do us a favor and help our team create more videos tailored for you. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell too. India's Supreme Court's decision to reject a plea for legalizing same-sex marriage in the country has been making headlines all over the world. We'll be looking at different aspects of this historic case, including its impact on LGBTQ rights, its cultural implications, and more. So sit tight as we delve into India's biggest legal battle yet. While acknowledging that queer persons have an equal right and freedom to enter into a union, India's Supreme Court has recently supported the country's minister's view that marriage is an exclusively heterogeneous institution between a biological man and a biological woman. This stance has sparked debates and discussions among various groups, highlighting the ongoing struggle for LGBTQ+ rights and inclusion in India. The decision of the court reflects the complexity and diversity of perspectives within the country, emphasizing the need for further dialogue and understanding on this important issue. Key background. The case, championed by 18 couples and petitioners, reached the highest court in the land. Their aim is to secure legal recognition of conjugal rights. At the core of their argument was the claim that provisions within various marriage laws are discriminatory, denying citizens the equality that is enshrined as a fundamental right in the Constitution of India. The petitioners drew upon provisions of the Indian Constitution, the United Nations Human Rights Declaration, and international conventions and laws from countries granting equal rights to the LGBTQ+ community. Opposition to the case came from religious groups, social organizations, and individuals who stood in opposition alongside ministers. The verdict. India's Supreme Court declined to legalize same-sex marriage, stating that Parliament should make the decision. However, the court affirmed that queer couples have the right to choose their partners and should not face discrimination based on sexual orientation. The court also upheld the Special Marriage Act, which recognizes interreligious marriages but does not recognize non-heterosexual unions. Additionally, the court ruled against allowing same-sex couples to adopt children, citing that it is not covered under existing law. In a recent ruling, the bench expressed divided opinions on recognizing civil unions for same-sex couples. While the majority opposed it, stating that civil union recognition requires legislation, they affirmed the right of LGBTQ individuals to choose their partner and live peacefully together. The court also confirmed that transgender individuals in heterosexual relationships have the right to marry under existing law. As part of the ruling, the bench instructed the federal government to establish a committee to address the challenges faced by queer individuals. Marriage is between a biological man and a biological woman. The right-wing government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi opposes equality, arguing that it goes against the Indian concept of marriage. They believe that marriage should only be between a biological man and a biological woman, as an institution defined by Parliament. The government asserts that the creation or recognition of a new social institution cannot be claimed as a matter of right or choice, let alone a fundamental right. The court expressed willingness to grant certain rights to same-sex couples, but stopped short of legally recognizing marriage. Despite the decriminalization of homosexuality in 2018, the LGBTQ+ community still awaits family rights. The judgment acknowledged that history owed an apology to LGBTQ+ individuals and their families for the discrimination they have endured. Important excerpt from the decision. Despite their disagreements on various matters, the entire bench unanimously rejected the Indian government's assertion that same-sex marriages were an urban and elitist concept. Chief Justice Chandrachud eloquently stated, "Queerness transcends urban elitism." The verdict by Justice Ravindra Bhatt extends the scope of queerness beyond English-speaking men in white-collar jobs to include women in agricultural jobs in villages. The justice also emphasized that queerness is not limited to urban or elite circles. Complex legal frameworks and ancient Hindu scriptures. Campaigners believe that legalizing same-sex marriage is the next logical step, as emphasized by the court's recognition of the right to choose one's partner. This would provide protection and promote social acceptance for a community that has long faced discrimination. However, there was disappointment among petitioners and activists gathered at the Supreme Court in New Delhi as their fight for marriage equality continues. Despite not achieving their initial goals, the individuals involved remain determined to persevere in the fight for their rights. Mr. Suprio acknowledged the significant setback but emphasized the importance of moving forward and continuing the battle. Avali, a queer rights advocate, expressed disappointment and described the situation as unexpected and disheartening. Is there a possibility for transformation? The decision of India's Supreme Court has sparked ongoing discussions and debates among various groups, highlighting the complex and diverse perspectives within the country. However, this also presents an opportunity for further dialogue and understanding of LGBTQ rights and inclusion. The fight for marriage equality in India is ongoing, but progress takes time and perseverance. The Supreme Court's decision reflects the ongoing struggle for LGBTQ+ rights and highlights the need for further growth and change in Indian society. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. We truly appreciate your support. See you in the next one.